What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, and I'm coming at you tonight. And it's about 7:45 in the evening. I'm coming at you a little later than I usually do with my podcast, but I was just in a mood, man. I was just in a mood, and I wanted to try to figure out what type of message I was going to give you guys for episode 90. So, as I'm thinking through my episode, I'm looking through my phone, looking at my notes, and trying to figure out just what message that I can give to give the biggest impact at episode 90. And it's gonna be a freestyle episode. I don't have my laptop out. I don't have a bunch of notes on this podcast. And it was a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, but I think that tonight I'm going to talk about belief, right? And so as I pause my smooth jazz music and shut that down, I'm going to start my daily podcast, guys. What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life. Okay, second edition, as well as the Mentor Manifesto. I'm putting out new books. I'm putting out new courses. I'm working on my top 25 mistakes course that people can use to help them to move forward in life. I'm working on that. Diligently trying to figure out what is my true lesson plan that I'm going to get out of that. And so here we go, man. We're here tonight at a podcast 90, guys, 90. I'm 10 podcasts away from my milestone. 10 from my first milestone. My first milestone podcast is number 100. And as you guys know, my podcasts are only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most usually. I don't have those long, 1 hour, 2 hour podcasts. And it's just because I'm not doing major interviews, right? I'm just talking about things that have helped me to move forward, things that have changed my life, and things that make me feel good, better, or mistakes that I've made that maybe you can listen to and enjoy. So I'm doing this today at my home. As you guys know, I got back from a very long weekend commute in Ohio. I should have visited my mentor when I was out there. Shame on me for not visiting Russell Brunson, one of my mentors from ClickFunnels. But anyway, guys, that was a long trip. It was a long trip because I drove there and I drove back. I didn't fly in, no private jet, no nothing like that. Just driving in with my family, man. Just driving in with my family and helping out for to make a weekend happen that needed to happen for the women in my home. So it was a girls' weekend, and my wife couldn't drive. Her sister couldn't make it, so I went ahead and stepped up and just said, "I'll drive. I'll take care of it." Even though that's the last thing I wanted, but one thing I did want is I wanted my wife to be happy with this weekend. So that's a lot of things that I do. A lot of things that I do in my life is because I enjoy making my wife happy. I don't know about you guys, but if you begin to look back on some of the decisions that you made and some of the things that you have done in your life, were they selfish things that you can benefit from, or were they things that can help other people? What I found out is that when you begin to do things that help other people, what happens to you in your life is, it's not that you become a pleaser, right? So a lot of people get that confused, and they say, well, I don't want to be a pleaser. I'm not going to be running around spending my whole life being a pleaser and just helping everybody achieve their goals and never achieve my goal. No. That doesn't happen. What happens to you is you become a problem solver, right? A problem solver. So when you begin to help other people solve their problems and you become a problem solver, what you do is you begin to build up what I feel is an extremely valuable asset. the most valuable asset in the world is an individual who can step in and solve somebody else's problems. And that's what you guys are doing. You are solving people's problems. So when you become a problem solver, and guess what? At that point in time, you begin to learn how to, okay, put together situations and things that help people to achieve their goal, right? Their goal. And the reason why you help them achieve their goal is because on one side of their goal, they have a problem that they feel that they can't solve. You, on the other hand, are the person who is bringing a solution to that problem. And as you begin to do that for different people on a consistent basis, right, you become the go-to person when it comes to solving problems. So it's nothing wrong with that, guys. It's nothing wrong with stepping in and helping people to achieve what they want to achieve, helping people to figure out how to solve their problems, you know, helping people to understand that, number one, when you're doing a podcast, everybody else in the household needs to keep the volume down. So anyway, that was just a subliminal message to my children who are making tons of noise right now. But anyway, as I talk about being a problem solver, right? What does it take to be a problem solver, guys? What does it take to achieve the level of you are the individual who is solving people's problems, and you have no problem with people coming to you because guess what? You spend your days, hours, months, weeks, years thinking of problems and how to solve them. Solutions, right? You are a solutions guy. And so a lot of people have a lot of the same problems. So when you start to solve a lot of different people's problems, believe it or not, the solution to those problems are almost plug and play, right? You can actually plug in a solution that you have for somebody else to someone else's problems and make a little adjustments and tweaks and help them to have a better life based on the problem that you already solved 5-10 years ago for somebody else. And so I want you guys to understand that being a problem solver for your family, you know, your friends and people around you, it's not a bad thing, right? It can be a good thing because it can help you to develop the skill of knowing how to find solutions to problems. Listen, the world will always need someone to find solutions to problems. They will always need someone. People who can solve problems, people who don't turn around and bring everybody else like, oh, we got another problem. Oh my God, we got another problem. What are we going to do with this problem? What are we going to do with that problem? You know the person. The person always comes around with another problem, okay, to add to the 10 other problems that you're trying to solve at the point in time. You know that person. Some of you have those people in your company. Some of them have those people in your family. But either way, that person does not know how to solve problems. All they know how to do is think of things that can be a problem and then bring it to you, the problem solver. But listen, that is not what my podcast is truly about today, guys. Believe it or not, my podcast is about the one superpower that when used correctly can change your life in an instant. What is that superpower, guys? What is that superpower? You think, oh, since I've been talking for the last 5 minutes about it, you think that it is a problem solver. But no, problem solving is just a skill. It's not a superpower, right? It's not a superpower that's going to move you forward and help you to create a better life. Problem solving. There are tons of people out here that know how to solve different problems, whether it's a math problem, whether it's an English problem, whether it's a science problem. You know, in school, that's all they teach you how to do is solve problems of things that you have studied for. That's what they teach you in school, right? But most of the time, they don't